There we go. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the Make Me Believe podcast. Join us by the campfire, our little campfire crew. I did it. And I ruined it. As I tell my wonderful wife, Kaylyn, you want to say hi?
Hi.
Some spooky stories in the efforts of making her believe in the supernatural, paranormal, and anything that goes bump in the night.
And how do you think that's working out for you, my wonderful husband, Adrian? That's you. Would you like to say hi?
Hello. Um, I think it's one working pretty well.
You live in a world of delusion.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You
I think
live in a
I think we're
world
doing all right.
of
I
delusion.
think I'm making some steady headway.
I think that you're insane. It's not happening.
It's not happening.
I believe even less than I did before.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's messed up. That's the exact opposite of what we're going for here. Oh my
That's
goodness.
funny.
That's
I'm so funny. But I'll
anywho.
be here all week.
Happy belated Valentine's Day, everybody. I hope
Yes.
your Valentine's Day was good and eventful. Um, we had a very interesting Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Well, see, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
No, we don't. We have so many things packed up in the previous from December, like mid December, all the way until the end of January, and it's
Hmm.
just thing after thing after thing. So we just and plus your sister, your youngest sister, has her birthday there, so
Hmm.
y'all never really celebrated then.
Once she was, see, we did, and it wasn't like a super big deal, and it's probably because my parents don't really celebrate it.
Mm-hmm.
But our mom would get us back before they changed the prices, those little dollar
Yeah,
heart boxes you could get from Walmart.
they had like 5 pieces in them.
Yeah, she would get
Yeah,
us that, and she would get us
those things
a
are awesome.
rose or some sort of flower,
Yeah.
and that was what we got.
Mm-hmm.
And then after my baby sister was born, we still got that for Valentine's Day, but it became my sister's birthday.
Yeah, and then all of y'all gave y'all stuff to her.
No,
No, okay.
no. But she got like if mom got one, she may have gotten her a bigger one. And
Ah,
then it's always been a tradition since we were little. We would go when it was us three older ones. We would go with my dad to breakfast on our birthdays. And so I remember going to Shoney's with my dad.
Shoney's.
Yes. On my birthday and getting chocolate milk. And
Oh
it was the
yeah,
greatest thing ever.
Shoney's
And
chocolate milk is the bomb.
yeah, and it was always fun because I like hanging out with my dad. So we would do that. And then as we got older, it was you got to go out for dinner with both my parents. We went out for dinner, just you and the parents, not you and your siblings and the parents.
Uh huh.
And that's what we would do. And we'd go have dinner to celebrate our birthday.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit harder for the little one because it's Valentine's Day. And so everybody and their brother is out there
Yeah.
celebrating Valentine's Day. So,
Everybody got a dinner for their birthday, and she got like pretty much the whole day.
yeah, I mean, we all celebrated through the whole day, but
Yeah.
my dad's thing was always you deserve a cake on your birthday.
Yeah.
And so I think one year we'd moved into a different house because our previous house burned down
Uh huh.
and we had
How's
moved.
that?
I know. And I think we moved into a different house. I'm trying to remember, but I didn't get a cake on my birthday for some reason.
Mm.
So then that weekend, they made me go to my room and wouldn't tell me why. So I'm like, I didn't do anything. I
You're
don't know
so
why
grounded.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, so grounded.
And my dad and my mom were in the kitchen making a red velvet cake for me
Oh.
for my birthday. And so everybody should have cake on their birthday. And so since it's my little sister's birthday, we don't really celebrate Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really celebrate Valentine's Day.
No.
So it worked out for me because I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be genuine why you're giving me something or doing something for me. And if it's because the social contract is that you do that, then it's
There
not
is.
genuine.
We all signed the paper.
And I don't care. So, plus, then one of my other sisters, she got married to somebody who his birthday is also on Valentine's Day. So that's like,
Yeah.
there's no point to celebrating that as a romantic holiday. So if we do, great. If we don't, great.
Well, this year we had something special planned.
We did.
Yes, our children decided that they were going to throw a dinner party for us and our neighbor.
Yes, so we're doing a bigger one, probably going to be towards the end of May, maybe beginning of June.
I hope they
And
make those crab balls, crab cakes again.
oh
Those are
yeah,
awesome.
he did a good job. And so I had told the little one about it, and I said we're going to be doing this as part of your home ec class, which I've added in of my own research and all of that for them to learn how to do basic household things so that they know how to get stains out of shirts, how to cook, how to bake,
Yeah,
how to properly clean something.
all the stuff I don't know how to do.
Yeah, I've seen you sweep a floor. And so I added that in there, and the little one is overjoyed. He loves the entire thought process of this. And so when I told him about the big dinner party, he was like, "Mom, can we do a smaller one, like just us to try it out so we know what to do?" And I was like, "Heck yeah, we can. That's genius." And so then our neighbors came over, but when they were coming over one night, I was like, "Oh, we could invite them." And he was excited about that. And so
Yeah, it was nice.
we
had a very nice
yeah,
it was, fried pickles, crab cakes, some salmon, roasted carrots, and then mashed potatoes.
4 cheese mashed potatoes.
4 cheese mashed potatoes. So I'm a little spoiled, and it was fantastic. I
Yeah,
loved
and
it.
they each got to pick out their own.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Welcome everybody back to the haunted oven.
Well, they picked out what they were going to make.
Yes.
So they both had to agree on the protein. And then they could go from there on. So if because Jonah didn't really want the protein that we had. He wanted something else, but the little one did. And so I said, "You guys got to figure that out."
He's obsessed with salmon.
And so they picked that out, and then each one of them got to pick a side. Each one of them picked their own appetizer.
Man, it was a whole event.
And I completely forgot that. Well, I misread the recipes that I had for them for both their appetizers, that they had flour in them, and
yep.
Our neighbor's wife. I guess she's our neighbor too, duh.
Yeah.
But she.
Like, why are you excluding her?
I know, right?
This?
My bad.
She doesn't live there.
I know. So she can't have gluten, or at the moment is not eating gluten.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, well, I don't want her to get sick, so let's not. What can I do? So I'm like quickly trying to figure something out, and then realized I was like, okay, well, I can do deviled eggs. I didn't have enough eggs.
No.
Which, by the way, we need to go get eggs. So I quickly ran up to Brahms. And I was like, let me grab some eggs. So I grabbed some eggs, and then I came back and I used, because it was only 12, I used those 12 eggs, and I made deviled eggs. Needless to say, those were gone by the end of the night.
Oh yeah. DJ ate those too.
Yeah, he did.
Goodness.
It was so funny.
Yeah, Jonah had his best friend over for the weekend, and he
he
enjoyed the festivities
kept coming
too.
Into the house, and you'd grab an egg
and just walk
and
away.
then just walk away. And then like 30 minutes later, he'd come back in, he'd grab another egg, and he'd walk away. He wouldn't say anything. He'd walk in, he'd kind of look around, walk to the table, grab it, and go away. It was very funny.
He's a good kid. Good kid.
And then they each made their own dessert.
And
they each made their own kind of ice cream.
Oh man, I just
So
whatever weight I have lost,
whatever
it's gone.
For the most part, we had a relatively.
It was all healthy stuff. I mean, minus the deep fried crab cakes and the deep fried.
Well, even that though, the stuff that because there wasn't pickles. A lot on it.
No, there wasn't a lot. They weren't bad.
No, because I didn't like a heavy breading on stuff. Like I want to still be able to see the pickle, so it was just a light breading that I had him do on it.
I like a thick breading on the pickle.
No, absolutely not.
What?
And so no.
What?
And so that's what he did. But do you know what I'm really excited about making for dinner tonight?
What are you really excited about?
I am making the lasagna that your mom makes.
Ooh.
Because I hate ricotta cheese.
You do.
With an absolute passion.
I don't know why, because ricotta cheese is freaking delicious.
It's disgusting.
It is delicious.
It's disgusting.
It's cheese.
It's disgusting.
It's fantastic.
It's disgusting.
It's phenomenal.
We're done talking about this.
Belongs in lasagna.
But his mom makes a lasagna that does not have ricotta cheese in it. And once again, Adrian has kicked me in the shin where I have a bruise.
Not bad.
And so I asked her quite some time ago, hey, could you send me that recipe? She
Mm.
said it to me, and I've made it once, and it's been in my inbox because I don't want to lose it since then. And I thought, you know what? I've got a box of lasagna noodles in my pantry. Let's make that. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
it's so freaking good.
I love it. I love lasagna. So good.
It's so good.
Okay. Yeah. Are you ready to get into a little spookiness today?
No,
No?
no.
Oh man.
How many stories do you have for me?
I have 3.
You have 3?
I do.
Whoa.
I couldn't decide, so I chose 3.
Wow.
I know.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
You know what else is insane?
What?
It's freezing in this house.
It is. It is actually very cold in this house. I'm
I
not a
have-
fan.
I have socks on.
Look at you go.
And my blanket.
I'm so excited.
And my Snuggie.
So proud of you.
Yeah. I have
Yeah.
the socks that Lauren gave me on.
Aw, shout out to Lauren. Love
Yeah.
y'all.
I think it was also her boyfriend's birthday on Valentine's as well.
Oh, Jimmy.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I excluded Jimmy there. Shout out to Lauren and Jimmy. Love y'all too.
Yeah. So she's behind on episodes.
She'll get here. So we're recording from the past at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I don't know what's going on.
So
Bye, Lauren.
these
And Jimmy.
oh, side note.
What?
I'm making this lasagna in my new stone pan
Mm-hmm.
that I just got.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited
Very nice.
because it should make it crispy on
Mm.
top, but not burn the sides.
Crispy.
I'm so excited.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, so
let's get into this.
do you have any longies for me?
Semi. I have two mediums, one kind of short.
Okay, so no longies.
No longies.
So then you don't have any longies.
Maybe.
There's not a semi
It's a
availability here.
Semi longie.
No.
Yeah, you'll be like.
It's either small,
this
medium,
story is
or
getting,
longy.
It's like not too medium, but it's not quite long. It's like right in between.
No.
No. Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
don't know.
kick
We'll
you.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. You don't let me read them.
Freaking figure it out.
You figure it out.
All right. Whatever. Ready?
No.
Oh. Okay.
I don't like you anymore.
I know.
I'm gonna go.
Don't leave.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a very interesting show without you.
Why? You have all of my sound effects on here.
I
You
do.
could
I could probably just edit you in
Yeah.
here.
just pull from other things where I'm going, no, no, no.
Absolutely not.
Exactly. Moron.
And insert gasp.
Or, I mean, really, you could just put, I guess coyotes live in our state after all. Anywhere.
You're gonna have to drop it.
I'm never going to drop it.
Okay.
It's never going to happen.
All right. Are you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. This story is called. It's titled. It's a true story. We heard someone call our names from the trees. By Reddit user Son of Ox Stories. Yeah, Son of Ox Stories.
Y'all should have been inside.
Okay, here we go. I still don't talk about this with people who were there. Not because we forgot, but because every time it comes up, the mood changes instantly. This happened when I was 19. There were 6 of us, hanging out near a small parking area by a forest. The kind people use when they go hiking during the day. At night, it was empty. No lights except our car headlights and a couple phone flashlights. We weren't doing anything crazy. Just music playing low, talking, laughing, a few beers on the ground. It was calm. Too calm. At some point, one of my friends went quiet and said, "Did you hear that?" We all stopped talking. From the trees, not far, maybe 20 or 30 meters in, we heard a girl scream. It wasn't loud. It wasn't distant. It was close enough that it sounded like she was just inside the forest. We all froze. Someone said it was probably an animal. Another said maybe someone was messing with us. But none of us moved. The scream didn't sound like fear at first. It sounded like pain. Then we heard it again. This time, it wasn't a scream. It was my name.
No.
Clear.
Nope.
Calm.
Mm-mm.
Spoken exactly the way my friends say it. I laughed at first. I actually laughed. I said, okay, which one of you is doing that? No one answered. I looked around. Every single person was staring at the trees. One of the girls whispered, I heard my name too.
No.
That's when the forest went quiet. No wind, no insects, nothing. Then from deeper inside the trees we heard footsteps. Slow, heavy, like someone walking deliberately, not running, not sneaking. And then the voice came again. Not yelling, not whispering, just normal. It said, why won't you come help me?
Nope.
That's when one of the cars suddenly unlocked itself. No one touched the keys. That was it. No discussion, no bravery. We grabbed everything we could, jumped into the cars, and left immediately.
Okay.
Tires screeching, headlights shaking, nobody looking back. We didn't talk the entire drive. The next day, one of the guys went back during the daylight with his brother. No footprints. No signs of anyone being there. No phone reception in that area either, which made no sense because the voice sounded close. To this day, what messed me up the most isn't the scream. It's that whatever was in those trees knew our names. And it knew how to say them. Like it was one of us. The end.
Let's start with good job on getting the hell out of Dodge.
Good job. Roll the applause.
Like, honestly, I was like, they're going to go into this forest to look for this person that's calling out their names, and somebody's going to die.
Isn't that how it always goes?
That is. I'm so glad they decided to be like, no, we gone. We
right.
out. Bye.
Roll the applause one more time.
What I would like to know is what their names are to know why that was such a big deal. That they could,
know.
that this creature could, you can't see me, guys, but I'm doing air quotes.
Say it like it's one of them.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Jay?
Like,
yo, Sandra. I don't know.
I mean, because there's, like, for example, in Ireland,
Mhm.
the way that the names are spelled are not at all how you would pronounce them.
This is completely true.
So, like, is it something like that where the name, because I don't think they're from here because they said meters.
They did say meters. That's not American.
So that's why I'm curious. What are your names that made it such a big deal that this...
Hey, O'Shanigan. No? That one?
Oh, wow, that hurt me.
Did that hurt?
Yeah.
No.
That hurt a lot, actually.
I'm sorry.
I got some Irish blood in me and it's mad.
I'm so sorry.
Or even, you even have Hispanic names. Jesus is not pronounced that way in Spanish. Yeah. Juan. Unless you're the oldest and then it's Juan.
Yeah, Jonah, he tried to read Juan and he goes, Juan.
I was like, I can't have this. You hurt me so deep.
He's Mexican too.
It hurt. I was like, this is bad.
Oh,
but anyway, so I'm curious what the names are to know.
Finnegan. Finny?
Why?
I don't know. I'm trying here.
Why? And then was it your real name? Was it a nickname? What were the names that were given?
I like
this quote unquote creature.
Hey, Finny.
Called you.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be creepy.
That would be, right?
Yeah. But also, did you have another friend who didn't go with you who's maybe trying to be a butthead?
Oh, yeah. This is true. Maybe they took a little hike through the forest.
Yeah.
Ended up there.
Yeah.
Oh. And then use the trees to kind of bounce their voice.
Or it was the buddy who went back in the daylight to get the speaker and whatnot he put out there in the woods.
Oh, that's smart. But they heard their own individual names. That's the weird thing. Is that they didn't hear.
So it was at the same, like,
Yeah, that's the way I
So
kind of read
Adrian,
it.
you're hearing Adrian at the same time.
Th-
I'm hearing Kaylyn.
yes, that's what I kind of got from the
Oh,
story.
okay. That would be hard to do.
Yeah, a little hard to do.
A little bit.
Yeah, so whoever's the sound major or some kind of
Yeah,
scientist
that would
that
be interesting.
specializes in that, that's pretty cool.
I'm curious about their names though.
That's what's getting you
Yeah,
is the
because I'm
the names.
that's like the common thing is it could pronounce our names
Yeah,
again for me,
air
air
quotes.
quotes, like it was one of us.
Uh-huh.
What are your names? Why is that such a big
Please say your names,
deal?
Finnegan. Please. Please.
I can't with you anymore.
Hey,
So, but
Finny.
at least they were smart enough to leave.
Yeah, good job.
Not let's stay and stick around and have fun.
Applause
Oh, it'll
one more
go
time.
away. But you're like, no, we are out. We're done. We're gone. Bye.
All right.
That
okay.
was smart.
Yes.
Unlike the people walking at 1 a.m.
Super. Yeah. Wow, throwing them under the bus again.
Love her. She quit doing it, but
Yes.
girl.
Very, very smart. Very smart. Now, smart choices. Yeah, that's one thing I love hearing. I love
Smart choices.
smart choices whenever something's happened. Like
Not Cam Jr.
recently, I rewatched Jeepers Creepers, which
Why
is
would you do that?
because it scared the shit out of me whenever I was a kid. I could not watch that movie without getting freaked out. Like the ending scene with Justin Long, that haunted me for years.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that you either watched this when your mother wasn't home or when you were with your dad.
Yes, when
Okay.
I was with my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
watching a
makes
scary
sense.
movie at the ranch is even creepier than everything.
Yeah. I just don't see your mom letting you
No,
watch
no.
that movie.
I don't think she knows that I've seen that movie.
Well, you think that she's not gonna know now?
Luis, don't be a snitch.
Tell his mom.
Um, but I recently rewatched it.
I've never seen it.
It's kind of ranked with the stupidest main characters because they do
Every
something
horror movie you've made me watch so far is a stupid movie.
because they see something and then they deliberately go back to go check it out,
That sounds asinine.
and it's they were ranked. Those Watch Mojo little clips, like here's the 10 best love scenes, or
Oh yeah.
yeah. So there's one for Watch Mojo horror, and it was ranked, I think, like one of the stupidest scary movie horror movie characters.
I mean, they're all stupid. Let's all she even made fun of it in Scream. They run up the stairs instead of out the door.
Yeah,
Well, it's exactly what you did. But I'm
exactly.
telling you, if you've got a pistol, double tap to the head, problem solved.
Big fan of guns here, in case anybody didn't
Yeah,
know.
we live in Texas. What do you expect?
Okay, are you ready for the second one?
Is the second one going to end as well as this one did, where they got the hell out of Dodge?
We'll find out.
Oh, that's so incredibly rude.
I know, right?
And this is a medium one?
This is a medium one.
Okay, not a longie, because
No.
you don't seem to know what that is anymore.
No, I can't
Because
tell
you couldn't
anymore.
even answer that properly.
I know, it's pretty weird.
Okay, so you're not going to tell me how it's going to end?
No.
That's very rude.
That's spoiling. Spoilers.
Oh my gosh. If anybody knows where I can watch that, let me know. And
What?
if you picked up on that reference, what he
Yes.
just said. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but if
Okay.
you know what it is and you know where I can watch it, please tell me because I've been trying.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Bring it on.
So I'm really glad that you brought up Ireland.
Why?
I'm really glad that you brought up Ireland because that segues into my next story.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Like pretty hard, pretty heavy, too. So this next story is titled "The Irish Cryptid," by Reddit user Duatine Feargatch 555. I think that's one of those automated ones. That's a weird one to pronounce. Doitean Fear Gatch Gach.
I wonder if it's Irish.
It might be. I don't know. Phonetics. I'd love to read it.
They don't exist there.
That's fair. I hear they also don't exist in Kentucky.
You can shut up now.
Okay. An Irish cryptid. Here we go. I was told to share this here. I'm from the west of Ireland, and this was a terrifying encounter I had when I was young. Please forgive my lack of writing skills. When I was 16 years old, an uncle of mine told me about this big lake over in the next village. This big lake apparently held massive pike. He often talked about the pike he caught in his youth, and even had pictures of pike as well, over 40 pounds by the look of it, caught in said lake. So I got up one Saturday summer morning and told my mother where I was going. She gave me some sandwiches and told me to be back by 5 o'clock, as dinner would be ready then. So I set off on the 6 kilometer journey to the lake on my bike. I just want to help you imagine the lay of the land on the way to the lake. The first bit of the cycle is through farmland and past neighbors' houses, and then it becomes a bog. After the bog, for the next 4 kilometers, there's a massive coniferous plantation on either side of the road. It's the largest plantation I've ever seen, and for those who've never been right up next to a coniferous plantation, they're extremely creepy. Devoid of bird song, no clouds of midge, no light even, just darkness. You might have deer hiding in them during the day, but you won't encounter much life there unless you are on the verge that meets farmland. One part important to the story is the fact that you could not see directly into the forest because it was lined with furze bushes and other shrubbery that grew along at the very edge of the forest due to the light from where the sun hits the road. However, there is a part of the line of bushes where there's a large gap between them, most likely formed from deer crossing the road. This is important later. Luckily for me, the last bit of the cycle turns back to farmland, and the music of the countryside via an orchestra of birdsong and insects returned. I got to the lake anyway, and I started my days fishing. Unfortunately, later confirmed by my uncle, I had cycled to the wrong side of the lake. Pure marsh and weeds. I caught nothing, just filled my wellies with muck and water scorpions. But I've always been an avid animal watcher, so it was nice just seeing other wildlife around the lake. I had a good time. I eventually checked my watch and saw it was 5 o'clock, remembering what my mother had said. I quickly packed up and left the lakeside and rushed to my bike and started the 6 kilometer journey home. As we all know, 5 o'clock in summer is not dark at all. However, 5 o'clock on a road cutting through a large coniferous plantation, while not black dark, it's shaded enough to make the darkness of the forest feel like it's trying to devour you. But I powered on. I was about halfway through the forest when I heard this noise, like an animal running. But the noise was coming towards me. At first, I thought it was just a stag who felt I was invading its territory as I was getting close to rutting season. But this sounded much heavier, like a bull. Like it didn't sound like a deer or a cow. Animals like deer and cattle have a very recognizable sound when they run, almost like a gallop. This was more similar to a cat running on a timber floor, but it was huge and in a forest. And for some godforsaken reason, I stopped.
No.
As if, almost on cue, the noise stopped. And I sat there for a minute listening, and all I could hear was my heart. My heartbeat started to increase rapidly. I could feel my adrenaline skyrocketing. My hair rose off my skin, and I could feel this cold sensation running through my body. And I was afraid. It was a fear I had never felt since. Something primal. Not the fear from waking up after a night out, not knowing what you did, or the fear of having to go home to your parents in trouble. Not even the fear of being breathalyzed for the first time compared to this level of genuine terror I felt. I remembered not taking my eyes off the bushes, afraid that if I did, something very bad would happen. Every cell in my body was screaming to get the fuck out of this forest.
Oh,
So that's what I did.
good.
I started cycling like a bat out of hell. I have never moved so fast in my life. I could hear my heart in my ears thumping like it was going to explode. But then I realized the noise had started again, and it was right beside me.
Oh, hell no. Mm-mm.
I pulled my bike as far to the other side of the road as I could, and I kept going. My legs were on fire, my lungs were burning, but I couldn't stop. And then I came to the part of the forest where the gap in the bushes were. And for some reason, I looked, and it looked back.
No.
The closest thing I could describe this creature was a wolf, but it
Mm-mm.
wasn't either. Because I've seen wolves in Scandinavia. It was pure black. It had this rough coat of fur, longer ears than a wolf does, but the scariest thing about this creature, it was huge. Easily almost the size of a cow, broader than any canine I've ever seen, and it never made a sound. Only the sounds of its feet hitting the ground. Thankfully, there seemed to be a bit of a drain between the bushes and the tree line. But at the same time, this thing was so fucking big, it could have easily jumped across. I just cycled until I finally got to the end of the forest, and I didn't stop. I was terrified that with the land turning into bog, it could get me. But as I got further away from the forest, I realized the noise had stopped. So, I looked behind me, and there it was, standing at the forest edge, watching me. It stayed at the edge of the forest until I couldn't see the forest anymore. I almost upturned the bike looking back, but I just had to know. Was it coming after me again? I didn't slow down once, not even a bit. I got to the house and crashed through the front door, absolutely scaring the life out of my poor mother. And then I lost power in my legs. I had very sallow skin, but my knuckles were as white as paper. My face was the same. My hands were actually bleeding from gripping the handlebars so hard. My mother was terrified. I had been hurt, but I told her I was fine. I never actually ate the dinner. My appetite was gone. I didn't leave the house for 3 days after that. I didn't go fishing for months, and it took me years to gather the courage to go near a forest again. I didn't tell anyone for ages. But one day, there was a family gathering, and my uncle was present, so I told this exact same story, and of course, I was laughed at. And not a soul believed me, except my uncle.
Uh-oh.
He told me that one year he had woken up one morning and found the shed that the cattle were in was in a mess, and that the cattle had pushed themselves up against the wall along with the calves. One cow in particular was bellowing loudly. There was a trail of blood, in which he followed, and he found one calf in the next field, half eaten. He also said he'd seen a large black creature prowling the fields closest to the forest at dusk once, and his wife also said she had seen it. My father also told me he had seen two similar animals when he was young in the same area. They came out of the forest, cleared a fairly large silage field in seconds, and disappeared into another plantation. If you ask anyone, Ireland has no large predators, but my grandfather told me that stories about large black hounds were common in his day. He had never seen anything of the likes himself, but he wasn't surprised when I told him this story. I have done a lot of research since, and I've read similar stories of large black hounds and others about a creature called Kusidi. The fucking size of it, though, will forever be burned into my mind as long as I live. I found the whole experience terrifying, and to this day, I won't even drive down that road. Some of you may believe this, some may think it's horseshit, but please don't discredit it, as I do 100% believe what I saw. There is stuff on this island we live on that we don't understand, nor do we realize it's there. I'd like to add I'm genuinely shaking right now from writing this, thinking about the whole experience again. I genuinely thought I was going to die. There's very occasional evenings when I visit my parents. I could hear this loud call I cannot really describe. It's not any animal call I know, and I know all the animal sounds around. Sometimes, I wonder if it's that thing making itself heard to the world. The end.
No,
No?
no,
No?
no,
Why?
no,
No.
no.
Just no.
Just no.
Okay.
Yep.
Whew. That was a terrifying experience.
Feel bad for the calf.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
the calf.
rude.
Yeah, kind of made me sad about that.
That's rude.
Yes. Now, I do know that there was one sentence at the end of that story. I couldn't read it.
Probably not.
Probably not for me.
It's probably something you would be able to read if you knew how to
Yeah.
read anything, Irish names, or even could be Gaelic. I don't know.
I don't know. I might show you later.
You
But
know, let me see. Because you're rude.
I know. um,
So my question is here:
go for it.
this uncle,
Mhm.
who told him about this great fishing spot,
You think he might have warned him,
you think?
right?
Kind of rude. Oh yeah, I've seen it. My wife's seen it. Your dad's seen it. Hell, your granddad's seen it. But none of us are going to tell you about it. Have fun.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, poor cat. My goodness.
Rude. Find some new relatives. They're not very nice. Holy jumping Jehoshaphat.
That was a pretty gnarly experience.
I do appreciate the fact that most of the cryptid stories that you tell, I swear it's people just jumping to the conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
And there's air quotes around all of this because I don't believe it.
Because you don't believe.
Yeah. But they're always like, oh, I just think it was a cryptid. You literally saw nothing.
Well, this person saw something.
Allegedly.
His uncle, his father, his grandfather. They all saw it.
No, I'm not going to say it.
Can't fight it.
So, yeah, at least you have something that you saw something.
Uh-huh.
That you are attributing to being a cryptid. About 95% of the other stories, they just heard something. And they're assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Again, air quotes.
Now, this is a real sight. Real encounter. So, just going to leave it at that.
Is that your way of telling me to be nice?
I'm just going to leave it at that.
Well, I would hope that the people know that I don't believe in this and that I'm literally going to find a rational thing for this because I do not believe it.
I wonder what it is. A large black dog. Large black wolf.
It's the Hound of the Baskervilles.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh my gosh, that's from Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, okay.
That hurt.
Sorry.
Wow.
Okay, so here is the last sentence.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Now, there was a word I skipped over as well. Also, we shield, I think. Yeah, it's a weird one.
Yeah, you could just like copy and put it into Google and see if Google could tell you.
Probably. And I might do that later. But alas, here we are. Uh, are you ready for the final story?
Now, I'd like to point out that that was not a medium one.
I wasn't.
That was a long
Was
story.
that a long story?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I don't know anymore.
Wow.
Uh,
You
then
take him off 3 stories,
yeah,
and he didn't know nothing
I
anymore.
don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. Nope. Okay. Are you ready?
Bring it on.
Okay. So this story is titled "The Puppet." Yeah, I'm not too thrilled about reading this one.
so good.
I'm not too thrilled about reading
I'm
this
so
one.
excited.
But it's all right. I'm just gonna go ahead and read it. Okay. This is by Reddit user Separate Hunter 2447. Love the username, by the way. Some say Martha Kennedy was a teacher, whom was fired from her job because she was teaching dark magic to her students. Some say she was a witch who lived in the woods and only came out at night during the crescent moon, performing rituals in the moonlight. Others say she was a failed ventriloquist who had a passion for puppets. Only issue was, to be a ventriloquist, you had to make it seem like the puppet was speaking independently on its own. Martha was terrible at this. She couldn't even lip sync, let alone speak without moving her lips. So one night, she did a ritual. She summoned a demon into the puppet, bringing it to life.
Absolutely not.
Her shows sold out. She was finally getting the recognition she wanted. Her life changed for the better. Martha became a rich woman. Each show she did, she left the crowd entertained, amazed, and shocked. Her dreams were coming true. She was known as the best ventriloquist in the world. However, this wouldn't come without consequence. A majority of deals with beings from hell required either your blood or your soul.
Mm-hmm.
Martha was no different. Eventually, the demon wanted to collect his payment. Maybe he did. Or maybe the Reaper came to collect for himself, because she died before she could perform the necessary spell to free the demon from the dummy's body. Her soul was lost in darkness, and all proof of her existence was wiped away, making all her success mean nothing. Rumor has it, her puppet is the one who buried her body.
Absolutely not.
I said, while holding the flashlight to my face. The same puppet you're holding right now, Christopher! Stop it! Stop it! La 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 la, I can't hear you, la 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 la, yelled Chris as he held his puppet closer. He ran off to his room, fussing and screaming loudly. I couldn't help but laugh. In fact, I couldn't stop laughing until my mom walked up to me saying, "How many times must I tell you to stop scaring your little brother with those stupid horror stories?" My mom's face turned red as she looked down at me sternly. She was very upset. Her eyebrows anchored over her brown eyes. She stood there with her arms crossed in her white silky nightgown. "Oh, come on, Mom. The story is obviously fake. If he wants to be dumb enough to believe in that, that's on him," I said to my mother while rolling my eyes. "No, Roxanne, he doesn't know that. He's only 6 years old now. Go apologize and tell him you was just kidding," my mom said in a strict tone while pointing her index finger up the stairs towards Chris's room. OMG, fine.
What
He'll
kind of?
never grow up with you babying him all the time, Mom. I told her, stomping my feet to my little brother's room. Once I got up the stairs, I immediately started practicing an apology, rehearsing it before I got to Chris's room. His door was shut, but unlocked. I raised my hand to knock when suddenly I hear a voice of a man talking in a sinister tone from the other side. The voice was slightly high pitched. The voice sounded old. He spoke with confidence, almost snake like. Yes, your sister can be a real bitch sometimes.
What?
Chris replied back to the voice saying, Don't talk about Roxy like that. She was just joking. Do I look like a fucking joke to you, kid?
Oh dear heaven.
Where's the baby? I don't know. I haven't seen Auntie Marge, said said Chris, sounding nervous. The voice spoke again. Well, you better fucking find it and tell that bitch sister of yours if she holds me by my arms and throws me onto that damn toy box again, we're going to have problems. Deadly problems.
Oh no.
That's it. I swiftly opened the door without warning. I gave him the angriest expression I could muster, saying, So I'm a bitch now, huh? What? No, I didn't say that. Zed did, Chris exclaimed, pointing to the puppet. Oh, stop lying, you little shit. I heard you behind the door talking trash on me. I I ought to give you a beating, I said, raising my fist. Roxanne, no, you don't understand, Chris said, holding his arm up in defense. Just as I was preparing to whoop his little butt, Mom walks into the room. What's going on here? Mother said, raising her hand up in confusion and frustration. I looked at her, then looked at my brother, and then back at my mother. I told her, It's Chris, Mom. I stood in front of his door, and this little punk was cussing me out, making threats towards me, I exclaimed to my mother, as I gave her a steady look of anger. Chris, is this true? My mother asked. No, Mom, it was Zed. He said that. He was mad because Roxanne was talking crap about him the other day, Chris proclaimed. I struck back by telling him and Mom. Oh, grow up, Chris, I said. He was ugly, and that's because you leave that damn dummy laying around the house, creeping me out at night. I hate that thing. I can always feel it staring at me, I said as I began to frown and pout.
Burn it.
Don't call him a dummy. He hates that, Chris yells at me. I yelled back, Well, that's what he is. We both argue back and forth until my mom stomps one foot down and yells, That is enough, both of you. Roxanne, maybe if you would stop filling his head with all that scary nonsense and actually tell him something meaningful, he wouldn't be in here playing pretend with this dummy. And as for you, Chris, you need to learn to separate fiction from reality. He is a dummy, and there's no such thing as monsters, ghosts, or whatever other scary bullshit your sister is telling you. Zed is a dummy, and that's all he will ever be.
They all did now.
My mother snatched Zed out of my little brother's hands. She holds the puppet by one arm and begins to head out the room. No, Mommy, he doesn't like when you hold him like that, yells Chris. My mother doesn't listen. She continues to walk out the room, accidentally hitting the puppet's head on the door frame on the way out. I look at Chris one last time. I storm out of his room, still mad. And I go to my room, shut the door, and get in bed, and fall asleep. Later that night, the kid's mother, Becky, would throw the puppet on the living room floor. She looked down at it in disgust before pulling out a cigarette. She lights it and inhales, and she exhales. She continues to look at the doll, saying, Zed this, Zed that. If it wasn't for my son's passion for ventriloquism, you would be in the pawn shop right now. The puppet stares back, his gray, glossy eyes glistening under the lamplight. His life-like face remains motionless. His rosy cheeks look warm and tender. His smooth, long brown hair, now wild and frenzied from the fall. He laid there, sprawled on the floor. Suddenly, the phone rings. Ring, ring, ring. Becky runs over quickly to answer it. Hello? Oh, hey, Paul. No, the kids are home. Becky giggles as Paul makes flirtatious remarks over the phone. Oh, stop it. You're such a tease. Well, I'm not the one talking dirty over the phone now, am I? Sure you was. Okay, that sounds fine. You can come over tomorrow while the kids are at school. She giggled again, feeling butterflies in her stomach. Her and Paul finished up their pleasant conversation. She makes kiss sounds onto the speaker before hanging up. She turns around and walks back over to the living room to get the puppet to put it away. However, when she peers over the couch, she widens her eyes in terror. Her heart stops a beat. She drops her cigarette. The puppet is gone. Mm-hmm. She looks around nervously. Nothing. She hears tiny little footsteps running from behind her.
Oh no, oh
tip
no.
tap, tip tap, tip tap, tip tap. She turned around as fast as she could. She sees nobody. A light bulb goes off in her head. Chris, she thought to herself. Her son must have got out of bed to grab his puppet. She rushes to her son's room, expecting to see him playing with his puppet in his room. However, when she slowly opened his door and peeked her head in, her heart dropped with horror. Her son was in bed, sleeping alone, snoring. Maybe it was her daughter, Roxanne. Perhaps she went to grab the puppet for whatever reason to teach Chris a lesson. She quietly shuts Chris's door. She makes her way to Roxanne's room. She slowly opens the door and peers her head in. Roxy was sound asleep as well. She could see her face. She was drooling and snoring loudly. She was clearly asleep. Becky hears a loud, cackling laugh come from the living room. She turns around quickly in horror. Her hair stood up on all parts of her body. Nope. Chills ran down her spine. She jumped in fear. She was scared now. She hears the laughing again. Nope. She slowly shuts Roxy's door. She makes her way cautiously to the living room, holding the wall as she goes. She can hear the TV turn on in the living room. Also, the patio door slide open. She slowly peers her head around the corner. Nothing. She walks over slowly, heart pounding fast. With sweaty palms, she turns off the TV, looking around the room, trying to find whatever was causing this. She makes her way to the patio. Did they climb downstairs? Did they climb down somehow and leave? She thought. She walked outside to the balcony to try to see if she could see anyone. Nobody. Suddenly, she hears small footsteps running towards her. They were fast. No. Tip tap, tip tap, tip tap tap. She turns around quickly to confront them. She looks down in disbelief at what she sees. A puppet in a tuxedo with one arm extended out, his palm raised towards her, His gray eyes seemed to almost glow in the dark. His once warm, rosy cheeks now pale and cold. He smiled sinisterly at Becky. Before she could even scream, an immense force of wind blew towards her. The force of wind was so powerful, it sent her tumbling back and over the balcony. She tried to desperately grab for something to hold before falling. Too late. She fell to her death. It seemed like time slowed down as she continued to fall stories down from the apartment building. Screaming. A loud thud and splatter could be heard as she fell onto the concrete below. People walking below could be heard screaming and yelling, "Call 911!" Zed, the puppet, looks down at her now dead body with an emotionless face as he said, "Who's the dummy now?" The end.
Absolutely not.
Oh, yeah.
How much did that pain you, that whole story?
It hurt me. It hurt me. Ventriloquist dolls are, they're the worst.
You don't like any dolls at all.
I don't like dolls, but I especially don't like ventriloquist dolls.
Yeah, their mouths can move, their eyes can move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't like that.
Unnatural. Nope. Yeah.
I'm just really glad none of our children are into ventriloquism.
Right? I've gone through great lengths.
Yeah, which is funny considering they love Jeff Dunham.
I know. You know how hard it was to show them Jeff Dunham, knowing that they just had to make that one decision of, yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Which, by all means, explore your passion, but not in this house.
Not that passion and not here. Can do that somewhere else.
Yeah. That was a little spoopy.
No.
No?
Why did he want the baby?
I don't know.
What the heck was up with that, bro?
That part I was kind of lingering on that. And that made it feel even more sinister.
Also, Roxy, kind of a bitch.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I feel like that's what older sisters do. Now my sister,
I don't agree with that statement, but okay.
Yeah, as the oldest sister,
yeah,
whatever.
Heck yeah.
My sister, who's older than me, would often torture me.
You probably deserved it.
Probably, but I plead the fifth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know what you're talking about. I was nothing but a delight, and I was a baby, a baby.
And this is where the lightning strikes. Cue that. Sure.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
I loved this story.
It was creepy.
It was insanely creepy.
I mean, Mom should have just thrown the doll away.
Yeah. But you can't. You got that.
Yes, you can.
We'll get a new doll. One of those things. Are you gonna? Is she replacing the doll?
No.
With something less creepy, or is she just like, sorry, kid, crushing your dreams now?
No, sorry. You called your sister a bunch of names. The doll goes away now.
Oh, we went that route. I like that.
Also, me parent, you kid, me say no.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I forget how much power I hold sometimes. It's a weird thing.
I saw something the other day where this kid went to the bookstore with her mom and she wanted this notebook. And on the front of it was like some sort of something sexual, the name of this notebook.
Mm-hmm.
And the daughter wanted it. Instead of the mom telling her no, she let her have it. I was like, not appropriate for a kid.
Yeah.
Like, even though she can't read it, she doesn't know what it means. Still.
I get it.
Like, you just tell your kid no. They throw a tantrum, all well. Then it's an even better reason for you to say no.
Right? Oh, my goodness.
So you have a creepy doll.
No.
Because it seemed like the only person in the house that liked the doll was Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And the mom just tolerated it because of Chris.
Yeah.
And Roxy hated it.
Yeah. Well, up until calling the sister names, I was like, okay, yeah, the kid's got a hobby. I mean, sure, he's gonna be picked on a little bit.
Yeah.
But good for him, you know? Because
Yeah.
there's plenty. I mean, what's that one ventriloquist girl?
Darcy
Darcy.
Lynn.
Yeah, Darcy Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good for her. Um,
Yeah.
not finding the haunted puppets that we know of.
Right.
That
Yeah.
we
As
know
far
of.
as we know, they're not haunted. So
Yes,
good for you.
good for you, Darcy. And then there's plenty of others
Yeah. I
out
don't
there
think
that
Jeff Dunham's are haunted.
I don't know. Have you seen Peanut?
Oh, I love Peanut. No, he's just on drugs.
Yeah, on drugs.
Yeah. Well, the only no, he's not on. He's probably drunk. Bubba J.
Yeah. Oh, what if all of his dolls are haunted?
That would be unfortunate.
Yeah, a little bit. Ugh. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but that's trippy. Like he murdered the mom. The
Yeah.
hell, dude?
I feel like there's more to this story.
Maybe he did that so that the aunt would come back with the baby. Like he was
Oh,
pissed at her anyway, but
I like it.
because he knows that the kid can't do it.
Mm-hmm. Kids are asleep.
So he took matters into his own hands.
By all means. No. No. Any ventriloquist dolls listening? No. Putting that out. Okay.
Okay, dear. You're
Okay.
so funny.
Anywho, loved the story. I loved all three stories today. I was very happy with them.
Favorite one is where they were like, "No, we getting the hell out of Dodge."
We getting smart moves.
Yeah, I love smart
moves.
choices, guys. I
All right.
love them.
Run the applause one more time.
Smart choices, everybody.
There you go.
We love those.
What you doing over there?
I'm getting my phone out. I have a story.
You have a story?
I have a story.
Oh my goodness. I'm super excited to hear this. You haven't said a story in a while.
It's been a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Every time she tells a story, it's completely just not on. Like I don't know.
Well, this one is quote unquote based on a true story.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So, do we have anything else to say about your favorite thing, ventriloquist dolls?
No, I'm good.
No?
I'm good. I just
Okay.
this is very well written.
It was very well written.
Okay. It's good to take
Just
them
get all
together.
the willies out now because you are like he is visibly
I'm
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable, and yet I press on.
Yeah. Man, I wish. Did you see that? I sent it to you or I tagged you in it on Facebook.
Which one?
It was a thrift shop that had was like a dog, the dog crate that we have,
Mhm.
the bars that is.
Yeah.
It was that, but it was a pin, and inside the pin were a bunch of antique dolls.
Oh hell no!
Did you not see that?
No, I did not.
Oh my gosh! And then I saw the next day was that same thrift store posted another picture where they had put a lid on top
Oh
of
my
the
goodness.
bin,
Uh-huh.
so at night the dolls wouldn't get out.
Oh,
I was like, Adrian would love this.
burn it to the ground. Cleanse it with fire. You put bricks in front of the door and you set it all on
And they
fire.
were like in the middle of the store.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
I'll have to see if I sent that to you or what, but it was great. It was hilarious.
Nope, not for it.
All right, so we know what Adrian needs.
Ugh,
Dolls.
no.
Yes. 100%. I'm going to get you socks with dolls on them.
Ugh.
And then that was like 3 weeks ago?
What?
3 or 4 weeks ago, we were sitting somewhere and the guy in front of us put his leg up on his other leg.
Uh-huh.
And his pants came up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And he had babies.
Oh yeah.
I'm presuming it was his baby.
Yeah, but it had
This like the small baby head all over his socks. And Adrian was like, nope. Nope.
I was uncomfortable.
I thought he was gonna leave.
I was so uncomfortable. Like it might have been like his kids.
Yeah,
And like
I wouldn't
those were
imagine a
custom-
grown man would have,
It
baby
felt
socks.
it felt like custom socks.
Yeah,
But I wanted to burn them.
yeah. He was not for those socks. It was great. So, but are you ready for my story?
Bring it on.
Okay, this story is the, again, quote unquote, encounter of the Bell Witch.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, this is how this is starting. I want to tell you the story of one of the most infamous hauntings in American history. A story that has persisted for over 200 years. The story of the Bell Witch. It begins in the early 1800s in a quiet, isolated corner of what would become Robertson County, Tennessee. There, a family of hardworking pioneers carved out a life on the frontier. John Bell, his wife Elizabeth, and their children, 7 or more depending on the accounts, worked from dawn to dusk, raising animals, tilling fields, chopping wood, surviving in a world both beautiful and unforgiving. For a time, life was ordinary. Nights were quiet, fields echoed with the distant calls of animals. The wind whispered through the trees, but that quiet was not as it seemed. Something unseen had already begun to stir in the Bell farmhouse.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Local tradition holds that the first strange event occurred in the fields. John Bell was clearing land with a neighbor when they saw a creature unlike any other.
No, you didn't.
They described it as having the body of a dog, but the head of a rabbit, with eyes that seemed intelligent. John fired his rifle, but the creature vanished. Whether it was real or simply a story later told, the moment marked the beginning of events that would terrify the Bell family for years. Soon after, subtle disturbances began inside the house. Gentle taps at night, at first easily dismissed as the house settling. But soon, the taps became louder, more deliberate. Knocks came in rhythmic sequences, almost as if answering questions. Chairs shifted on their own, cups rattled across counters, horses balked at barns they had entered dozens of times. Even the family dogs reacted, growling at invisible threats. Something was inside the house, watching, waiting.
Hell no.
Then came the whispers. Elizabeth first heard it one night. Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Soft, almost pleading, but somehow full of malice.
Nope.
Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Visitors soon heard the same voice, raspy, harsh, mocking. It would answer questions before they had even finished asking. At times, it laughed. At times, it repeated insults whispered by no one in the room. And then, the entity revealed its name. Old Kate. Sometimes, according to retellings, Kate Bat's witch. Sometimes, simply Kate. It knew the family. It knew their neighbors. And it delighted in letting everyone know it was aware. Kate. 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 The haunting was not just audible. It became physical. Elizabeth described pinches and slaps on her skin, the tugging of her hair. Bed sheets moved as though invisible hands had been under them. Chairs rocked violently as if someone had just stood from them. Objects flew across rooms. The entity seemed to target John as well. Visitors claimed that while standing in the house, they were lightly shoved or felt a sudden cold pressure against their shoulders. One visitor reported, "I asked, 'Who are you?' and it laughed before I could say a word." Word spread quickly. Curious neighbors, skeptical travelers, and even some who simply feared for the family made their way to the Bell home. They saw chairs rocking, beds shaking, objects moving. They heard the voice clearly, sometimes speaking, sometimes laughing, sometimes mocking. Some said it could answer questions and even respond intelligently to challenges. The haunting had become a story that no one could ignore. The Bell Witch was not a secret anymore. It had entered local legend. And then came the chilling prediction. John Bell would die first. The entity repeatedly reminded him of his fate. It mocked him. It taunted him. Was it a coincidence, or was it something more sinister at work? John grew ill in the late 1810s. As his health waned, the phenomena intensified. Louder knocks, more frequent slaps, objects flying more often. Visitors reported that the spirit's presence seemed strongest when John was present. in December 1820, John Bell passed away. On December 20th, to be precise. The prophecy, according to legend, had come true. Even after his death, the haunting did not immediately end. The spirit continued to interact with the family and the community. Some accounts say it promised to return in 1828, though such events are part of oral tradition, not verified records. He's gone, but I am not finished.
What?
The Bell Witch story has survived over 2 centuries, appearing in books, films, documentaries, and folklore discussions. Paranormal investigation tours to the old farmhouse site. Whether the haunting was real or a combination of folklore, fear, and exaggeration, its impact on American supernatural culture is undeniable. Some say the Bell Witch was a spirit bound to the land. Others believe it was a reflection of human fear, a story magnified over time. Even today, visitors report cold spots, strange noises, and an unexplainable feeling of being watched near the Bell farm. But whatever it was, it could see, touch, and speak to the Bells. It predicted John Bell's death, it laughed at the living, and it left a mark on history that still chills the spine of anyone who hears its tale. So, if you ever find yourself near Robertson County, Tennessee, listen closely. The walls may not be silent, and perhaps Kate still lingers.
Mm-mm.
He's gone, but I am not finished.
Ah.
Dan.
Ah. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy voices.
So there were several different things. Some of it say that the activity started in 1817,
Uh-huh.
and then some say like the earlier 1800s. So I'm not sure.
It's more of an estimated time.
Yeah, because to me, when I first read it and it said that he died in 1820, and I'm like, well, if the entity said in 1807 that he was going to die, how old was he then, and how old was he when he actually died? Because it's not really that great of a prediction in the 1800s that somebody's going to die, and
That's
then
fair.
it, be 15 years later. Like that's
That's
not unusual. So that's why I was kind of liking the 1817
uh-huh.
because then you're a little bit closer to his actual timeline of death. So,
Okay.
but yeah, I did, I found it interesting the fact that this poltergeist, kind of the vibe I got, wanted to refer to itself as a witch.
Yeah, that I have heard of the Bell Witch.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember the full story, which clearly you just read it. But yeah, creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
The fact that people have heard it say he's gone, but I'm not done or whatever. Like that's no, thank you. You are done. Thanks. Have a nice day.
Yeah, I'm
But-
good.
And I get in the 1800s, I get not being able to walk up to your local church and go, hey, I need you to come cleanse my house. Because I feel like you really couldn't do that, especially in Tennessee in the 1800s.
Yeah.
At that point,
Ugh. Ugh.
maybe I feel like the the acceptance of hauntings in a house is more widely accepted in Catholicism
Mhm.
than it is anywhere else.
That's fair.
So I feel like if you had maybe a Catholic priest somewhere nearby, you could have called that guy and he could have come.
Yeah,
And
all
helped
right.
you a little bit.
That creepy. All right, I'm not a fan.
There was some other stories, some other parts that I saw that one of the daughters, Betsy, the entity was quite fascinated with as well, like to be a little mean to her.
Mm.
But there were accounts that there were like 7 to 9 children. So I think back that far, it is hard to tell. Because
Yeah.
maybe at one point they did have 9 and one died. Just so.
Yeah.
But apparently the kids were not exempt from it either.
Oh damn.
This particular story didn't have a whole lot about the kids.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But still creepy. Also, why are you pinching and slapping people?
Right.
Like, that's rude.
Rude ghost.
Yeah. Rude.
Make the walls bleed like a normal girl's,
Yeah.
okay?
I found it interesting that this one liked to whisper,
Yeah.
like really creepy. And then to just randomly whisper Elizabeth's name.
Yeah. Lisbeth.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
no, I'm good.
because it didn't do that with John. It only whispered Kate or Elizabeth. That was it. And then that, very creepy saying there at the end.
Ugh. No, I'm gonna have trouble sleeping tonight.
You're welcome.
Thank you for
And you
that.
want to know? I am not going to at all.
Yeah, you're gonna sleep soundly.
It's going to be great.
I'm gonna take off my CPAP machine. Just
That's quite rude.
I know, right?
That's no.
Okay. Well,
Do you have any updates?
I have no updates.
No updates.
No updates. It just thanks for reading my
That's
story. That's pretty much all the updates
Aw.
I've gotten.
Well, hopefully, whoever. 'Cause we're gonna be honest. I don't remember a lot of the usernames at first.
Yes.
It takes me a little bit.
Okay.
But whoever wrote the first story,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully they tell you what their real names are,
Yes.
or maybe give us an idea. If you don't want to give us your real name, which I totally understand, if you give us maybe
Finney.
some other names, maybe where you're from, that would be difficult to say, that would kind of explain why that was such a big deal.
Yeah.
Because I'd be really curious. Because I understand you don't want your name out there
That's fair.
in public for public consumption.
Well, I appreciate you being understanding.
I didn't want you to get called an asshat again.
Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So all three stories, my goodness, they got me. And
Yeah, I think my I don't know. I was gonna say my favorite, but I like the fact that the first story was like, "No, we're getting the hell out of Dodge." Like
get out.
I love that. Like that's the smartest thing you can do. Like let's go.
Yeah.
And then, I just feel bad for the kid in the second one because nobody in his family decided to warn him before he goes riding through the woods. Like you're on your own, bro. Have fun. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Listen, we all almost died. Your turn.
Yeah. I personally like the third one especially because it makes you incredibly uncomfortable. I love that.
Ah,
I love that. That's great.
not a fan of puppets.
Send him dolls. What if they look like the little villains that you have on your shirt?
Oh yeah.
What if you had dolls like that?
Yeah, that'd be pretty nice.
There you go. See?
Wouldn't mind that.
What I don't understand is why. So he's got a shirt of superheroes of horror villains, like they're up against
like a lineup.
Yeah, lineup wall.
Yeah.
And it's Michael Myers, Jason, Freddy Krueger, Jigsaw, and I have no idea who that guy is with the chainsaw.
That's Leatherface.
Leatherface.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
Woman, you live in Texas.
I've never seen it. What I find interesting is that Freddy Krueger doesn't have a mouth. He's the only one. Obviously, Jason's got his mask on, but everybody else has a mouth, except Freddy Krueger.
It is a slight error in that part.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Well,
you want to tell the people who you met this weekend?
Yes. Love to. So there was a art convention, art show, amazing art expo here in Dallas, and I went and I met Derek Mears, who played one of the Jason Voorhees in the 2008 version.
I thought it was the 09.
09, sorry, dates messed
Wow.
up. Sorry.
Wow. And he even wrote that on your picture,
He did.
09.
Yep, Jason
How
09.
rude as hell.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm horrible with dates. But I met Derek Mears, who 09 Jason, and he played the original Predator in Predators movie with Adrian Brody. A very big fan of his work. Super nice guy.
He looked like a nice guy.
He was very nice. He was very, and everything that I've like all the behind the scenes that I've watched, different things. Everybody speaks the same thing about him. Like they just say that he is just the nicest guy, and that's so nice. That was so great, and it definitely showed. And then I met Danielle Panabaker, and she also played in the 09 Friday the 13th movie. She plays Caitlin Snow in The Flash.
Which the youngest one was very excited about because he is a big Flash guy.
Yes. And so That was very fun, and they were both very nice people. Um, and I was very happy to meet them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. I did not go to that.
No.
I went home.
Yeah, you went home and you enjoyed some time to yourself.
I did.
Yeah, you deserved
I cuddled with the dog.
it.
It was great. She's a lazy bum.
Yeah. Well, well, I guess that's our time for today.
Well, we end when we want to end. Our time
Yeah.
is only up when we say it's up.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
I should at some point make dinner.
yeah, probably. I think that might be for the best.
You guys whine when it's time to eat. Yeah, that's what you sound like.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
Okay. Thank you everybody for tuning into our show. It's a pleasure having y'all. Please join us on our socials. The Make Me Believe podcast. There's a Facebook group. There's an Instagram. No Twitter or X, whatever it's called now. I don't know.
We are on YouTube.
We are on YouTube.
This will be including this episode. I have 3 episodes to get up there, because you've done editing kind of later at night.
Yeah.
And so knock that out, and I'll get those uploaded. But again, there's that episode where I put the candy corn story up there by Dungeon Marshall. And Dungeon Marshall, if you're still listening, we'd like to hear from you, friend. So I've got that up there, and then I'll get the rest of the videos uploaded soon, so that anybody who wants to listen to that on YouTube can. But we are on Facebook, Instagram, like you said, and then you can like and subscribe and follow on all major platforms, including Audible. So that's very exciting.
Very exciting. Okay. Well, before we head out of here, Kaylyn, I have a very pressing question that the audience just is dying to know.
Are they, though?
Maybe. I don't know.
Are they? Let us know if you really want to know what this question is. Because I think we all know what I'm going to say.
Do you believe?
No.
No?
Not even a little bit. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. All right, guys. There's still hope in my eyes. All right. Well, y'all have a good night.
Ta.
Ta?
Yeah.
All right. Ta-ta.
Well, that was from, I know that's how certain parts of England, when they say something, they'll say ta.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want to throw you off your game a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
I know. Yes. Mission accomplished.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.